and welcome to our interview today. Today we have one of our University of Nairobi student. Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Phely Lumumba. I'm a fourth year at the University of Nairobi.
Yeah, our topic of interview today is about transitioning from online learning to transitioning from physical learning to online learning. Being a fourth year student, actually you have earlier on experienced physical learning because the online transitioning actually happened since the outbreak of COVID-19. How did you feel about the transitioning from physical learning to online learning?
At first it was hard because getting the application, someone not working, some lecturers would not show up, yet you need to buy data to sustain yourself for that period of the class session. So when the lecturer decides that they don't want to come, or they change schedule somehow, so somehow it was also expensive at first.
So Lumumba, you have said it's a bit difficult. So the experience, did you have any challenge, like let's say for instance failing to attend class simply because technical issues?
For example, when you are experiencing power outages, that means that you do not have the Wi-Fi connection, or your phone is low, so you will find yourself missing out on attending the classes because you didn't have power in your area. And sometimes maybe the links that the lecturer has sent, or maybe the class rep has sent, are not working, so you find there's a whole commotion trying to create other links. Sometimes the lecturer forgets to admit people, so the class is ongoing but there are people who are still waiting to be admitted.
Since this transitioning was abruptly because since the report of the first case of COVID-19 here in the country, and the learning was simply there was closure of learning in universities, then do you feel that I feel that there are some students who actually face a lot of challenges? Do you have any of your colleagues who have maybe failed to attend classes, failed to do their exam, they cut simply because of the online learning and finding difficulty in the
Yes, because this is not something that was before. So the school also was undergoing having to bring some sites like for doing exams. So you find that the websites were not fully developed. So there were issues, especially during exam period. There were issues trying to access the portal, trying to submit your exams, or at times you submit and then it's not saved. So you find that your exam is missing, yet you did it. You've already done it. Or at times there are lecturers who are not conversant with apps like Google Classroom, because it was also a first for them. It's not something that they had been doing. So you find they archive the class before you submitted it. So they are going to be like, you didn't give out your work, yet it was a fault on their end. And also, as I had mentioned earlier about power outages, the lecturer won't really hear you because he'll be like, that's an excuse you're giving. Yet it was something that actually happened. There was a power outage in your area, your phone was low, and maybe you also didn't have connection.
From your experience, I feel that's a bit challenge simply because there are no tutorials of where students were taught about this online learning. But currently you find that most of the services, most of the things are actually transition from physical to online. What is your closing remarks can you give your fellow students who are finding difficulties and finding that this online learning is a bit hard?
I feel putting these services online is effective because it cuts you having to go physically to that office, and it's also 24 hours for most of the government services, so you don't really need to plan a day taking a leave to go and so that you can get the services. So in as much as at first it was bumpy, but as we are going on with it, it's getting smoother and smoother as we also continue becoming conversant with this application.
So the students have to embrace it simply, and be part of their learning processes. It's a pleasure having you, Lumumba, and we appreciate for your time. Thank you. I was your host, Osman Gura.